The Kisii land and the Kisii leaders, the Abagusi community at large. As of currently, as we speak, we know that they have two sons that have been brought forward as possible presidential candidate in the 2027 general election. But one is genuine and the other one is not. Who is the project between David Maraga and one Fred Matiang'i? Now, one thing, allow me to speak in regards to their candidature and their running it. According to the intel that we are receiving, recently, David Maraga has been in Murang'a. And in Murang'a, he visited Irongo Kang'ata, the governor of Murang'a, where he held, a public occasion between him and Irongo Kang'ata. Apart from Irongo Kang'ata, it is rumored that one David Maraga has also held a meeting with the MP of Keharu, NDIDI NYORO. Now, why so? And why right now? As we all know, David Maraga, being one of the most competent Chief Justices that has ever graced the courtrooms of the Republic of Kenya, many are considering him as the only truthful and justified presidential candidate that can be fronted to oust President William Ruto in the year 2027. But allow me to tell you that rumor has it, or intel has it, that David Maraga is a funded project by President William Ruto. Why to say so? One Fred Matiang'i, who many also claimed was a project of President William Ruto, and why I tend to disagree with that, is that Fred Matiang'i, in December last year, not in December, it was in November, after the ouster of Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, William Ruto met with President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And the main agenda of that meeting was Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta to help President William Ruto reclaim the trust of the people. But one person that could have been brought to help Ruto really have a footing and the trust of the people is the former Cabinet Secretary of Interior. And so, William Ruto had gone to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta with one main intention, to have President William Ruto to have Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta persuade the former Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i to return in Kenya and to serve in the docket of the Cabinet Secretary of Interior to help President William Ruto reclaim the trust of the people. But one thing happened. Matiang'i declined the offer. Matiang'i refused to listen to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And he told Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta that I have a bid of the I have a dream of being a presidential candidate in the year 2027. And me being in any way involved with William Ruto will destroy my reputation and will slim my chances of becoming the president or even winning the presidency come the year 2027. So Matiang'i turned down that offer. And that is why President William Ruto went back to the drawing board. He was given four people. Mureithi, Deritu Mureithi, Lee Kinyanjui, Mutai Kagwe, and William Kaboko. Of all these candidates, he saw that there is nobody that has the public trust or the influence to hold the docket of the Interior Cabinet Secretary. And that is when he went back to the drawing board and brought in his most trusted Cabinet Secretary, Kipchumba Murkomen, from the docket of sport and put him as the Cabinet Secretary of Interior. From when Maraga started his said ambitions and campaigns to try and mobilize people to support his candidature for the 2027 general election, Maraga has always been a straightforward person, addressing things the way he thinks they are best. Are we together? But Maraga has never attacked or called out the president so publicly and so openly the way people like Rigathi Gachagua have. Come to the other person, Ndidi Nyoro. The same thing with Ndidi Nyoro. When he addressed the public as expected, Ndidi Nyoro did not go ahead to declare that he is no longer going to work with President William Ruto, nor is he leaving the UDA party. And he said that he and the president, they have had their political disagreement, and the last time they spoke is in the year 2024 in October. Now, what has been brought to my attention due to, what the political analysts of the country have sat down and come up with is that David Maraga will go ahead to vie as the presidential candidate in the year 2027. Because this is a man that has a proven track record of efficiency and delivery. Yes, which means he will divide Matiang'i's vote in the Gusii land and even the Nyanza region and some part of the Luya nation. Then he has to have a deputy presidential candidate or a running mate. Now the running mate will be none other than Ndidi Nyoro. Many have said that Ndidi Nyoro will be a presidential candidate. But one thing, Ndidi Nyoro seems that he will be a running mate of one David Maraga. These two leaders, all of them have a very clean track record with the public. So Ndidi Nyoro will really have a base support from the Mount Kenya region. Some people from the Mount Kenya region will follow Ndidi Nyoro. They won't follow Rigathi Gachagua. Some will follow Matiang'i due to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's influence. Others will follow Rigathi Gachagua. And others also will follow Kithure Kindiki in William Ruto's government. Which tells you this, that the Mount Kenya votes will be divided in 4 times. The Ndidi Nyoro Maraga ticket, the Matiang'i ticket, the Gachagua ticket, and whoever Gachagua will be supporting, and the William Ruto ticket. 4 times, which means they can never go ahead to be a one front or a united front against President William Ruto in the year 2027. And we all know, if the mountain is divided in four sides, or in in supporting 4 candidates, then the mountain won't be a determinant of the 2027 general election. Now that leaves President William Ruto with the most credible support that can continue making him the president, because Ruto has the Rift Valley region. You will have the Nyanza region through Raila Amolo Odinga. You will have the coastal region through Ali Hassan Joho. You will have the northeastern part of Kenya. And you will have the refugee votes, which he is currently registering secretly. So tell me, with 4 presidential candidates, 3 are people with influence in their regions. How will they beat William Ruto? If it happens how I'm seeing that Ndidi Nyoro and Maraga are going to form a coalition in the year 2027, then President William Ruto, what he will do, he will go for an holiday in the year 2027 during the election. Ataenda Dubai ama aende Qatar, and he will come back to be sworn in as the president. Because if the mountain is not united, the Kisii land is not united, and also the Luya votes are not united, no way you people are going to beat William Ruto. And that's why I'm telling you, these people that are going to be brought in the year 2027, whether it's Matiang'i, whether it's Kalonzo, whether it's Maraga, you all have to sit down and really verify how genuine are they. Because you might be wondering, yes, they have campaigned against each other, what will happen? After election, Ruto wins. And to your surprise, NDIDI NYORO is appointed the Cabinet Secretary of Interior or even a Prime Cabinet Secretary. Maraga gets a cabinet slot in the government. Na story inaishia hapo. You are told that you must wait for the year 2032 now. Now you will make the decision of removing President William Ruto. What is your take? A comment on the comment section, please. Achia maoni yako. Tuungane kwenye video zetu zijazo.